In November 2007, 21-year-old Meredith Kercher was found dead in her Perugian cottage. Her body was discovered under a quilt in her locked bedroom, covered in blood and with 62 wounds. Today, we'll discuss her life, the crime scene discovered by the postal police, and meet some of the other suspects, including her roommate, Amanda Knox. I'm Mike.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave. If you're a fan of whodunits, stick around, because at the end of this two-part series, I'm going to ask you who done it, and I'm not sure I have a clue. This is Necronomipod.
Well, I got to be honest, this is one of the few true crime stories that I had a interest in before this podcast.
How about that?
Stop the presses.
Don't say that very often.
Almost never.
I will tell you that I did not know much about this at all, so
You're doing a mic, learning as you go.
trading places. How about that?
Well, I'm not going to say I'm as informed on this one as you usually are on the other ones, but I did have an idea of this one and watched a documentary or two back in my day.
It's a really interesting case. It's a really, really confusing case.
It is. It's very confusing.
Like for a while, I'm like, am I just like not grasping something? Because it just really, there was a lot of it that just was not making a lot of sense to like try to write into an actual narrative.
I agree.
So much evidence in this case too.
Lots of evidence.
Insane amount of evidence.
Some good, some not really good evidence.
And some mixed in. We'll talk about it later or next week, whatever. But like hair evidence, the amount of cat hair mixed in with everything is insane. There's a really good website, the murder of Meredith Kercher.net, that has, it's a really, really impressive library of all the information on this. Unfortunately, a lot of it's in Italian, so I could not read a lot of it.
Mafia Mike over here could translate for you.
No problem.
But they also lay out a lot of stuff in English too, which is nice. But
Speaking of the cat hair, I was watching that the Netflix documentary in this, and like early in the episode, it's it's Amanda Knox at her home now, and she's cooking. And her
Spoiler alert.
and her
Jeez. Like our listeners don't know how this ends.
and her fucking cat is walking all over the counter on
Nope.
that food, and I said, "This is the most awful part of this whole thing, because I would never eat any food out of your disgusting house where you let your cat on your kitchen counter, you fucking pig." Awful.
It's certainly a disgusting
It's disgusting.
act. Cats. Why do cats think they can just walk wherever they want?
No.
Shame on them and shame on the owners for allowing that. They should not be on place surfaces where food is being served or prepared.
No, they got their little fucking pieces of kitty litter stuck in their paws. They're dropping it on your food. Their hair's going in your food.
They're going to make me
Fucking disgusting. That's the whole problem with like potluck meals when you work in an office and stuff and everyone brings a dish.
Yeah, you don't eat that
You
shit.
don't eat that shit.
No.
These fucking people, they're at home in their wife beaters, cigar ash dropping in the food. Their cats are all over. There's fucking hair
Fucking
floating all
snot
over.
dripping out of their noses.
Disgusting.
Yeah. No.
People are pigs. Come on.
I hate every one of them.
Don't ever
Fuck
eat
all
that
of them.
Shit. Disgusting.
yeah, this was like one of those like grind my gears type things.
Makes me sick.
I agree with what you said though. I mean, it's gross. My cat does not jump on counters or tables or anything.
Fucking hope not.
Can't have that. No, your cat just fucking jump on me when I'm over there.
Yeah,
They use me like I'm a
paw at the
fucking
door and stuff.
tree toy or whatever those toys are that cats jump around in because they know I'm fucking afraid of them.
Yeah, they sense it.
They really do. Yeah, get your fucking cat off the counters.
Awful. I got a good story for you guys. So the Giant Eagle shopping a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And we were, my wife was going to make some matzo ball soup.
Giant Eagle is a local grocery store.
It is.
People don't have Giant
in the
Eagles
regional area, sure. Yeah. So I think we went to the soup aisle. Matzo ball soup is, Hebrew, Jewish food. So it's in the ethnic aisle with all the, like Asian food, Mediterranean food, Hispanic food, whatnot. And my wife was chewing gum, and she's like, "It's in the in the ethnic whatever." And I'm like, "Are you doing my bit?" So it sounded like she was doing a Larry Flint voice with her gum in her mouth. So I started talking about the Hebrew Jewish aisle. I'm like, I love the Passover pussy. Passover's coming up. I'm doing this bit in the middle of the grocery store. Passover pussy is so good.
Please tell me some sweet little Jewish lady walked by you while you were talking about Passover pussy.
I'm like, Seder meals next week. It's a Passover pussy.
Did you embarrass your wife? Was she embarrassed?
It was pretty empty. I'm not sure anyone heard us, but just so I live the role. I do the bit in public when the urge hits me.
It's not a gimmick. It's just real life.
It's not a gimmick. I was doing the Larry Flint voice at the grocery store the other day.
Does that come with handicap parking?
It does not.
Oh, something to work towards.
Great idea, though.
You apply for that thing.
I got shot by a religious zealot because all the pussy I put out in public. Can I get a handicap sticker?
Like, sir, you're just doing an impersonation of Larry Flint.
Sir, what is wrong with you?
So what? I still deserve the sticker.
So we're going to ask you to leave the store. All right, off to a good start.
Yeah. That's all I got on that.
It's all downhill from here.
Meredith Kercher was born on December 28th, 1985, in Southwark, South London, and was known as Mez to her friends. She grew up in Colston, South London, and attended the Old Palace School, where she developed a deep fascination with the Italian language and culture.
Just like Mafia Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was born into that.
Well, was he,
without giving too much away.
Was he, though?
Well, we can't talk much about his past, but I told him to show up about 9:30. Maybe he'll be here. We'll see. He said he had to take care of some business tonight. Something about fishing or swimming with fishes or something. I don't know what he meant, but maybe he'll be here.
She ended up getting to go on a summer vacation at the age of 15 to Italy. It was like an exchange trip. And then at that moment, she decided, like, I'm going to go.
Fell in love with it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's beautiful. I've been to Italy. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree. Pizza's not bad either.
Is it better than Pizza Hut? Well, I mean, come on.
It's better than Domino's.
Well, fucking Lunchables pizza is better than Domino's.
I'm telling you, I had pizza and beer out on a street corner cafe in Rome.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cool. You sit there, I'm like, this is so fucking cool.
Then you come home.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm back in Ohio. Oh, this kind of sucks. I don't really love it here. Show's back in Rome.
Meredith pursued her higher education in European politics and Italian at the University of Leeds. Then in October of 2007, she took her academic pursuits to Italy, enrolling at the University of Perugia. She scheduled courses in modern history, political theory, and the history of cinema. She just needed a place to live. And Meredith found that in Via della Pergola 7. The cottage is 2 stories and built into a steep hillside embankment on the north side of Perugia. Originally, it was an 18th century 2-story farmhouse that had some renovations done to make it into a cottage. There are 2 apartments, 1 on each floor. The basement apartment has a separate entrance door around the back of the cottage, further down the embankment, while the top apartment's door is accessed right off the driveway and parking area. The driveway and parking area are detached from the cottage and kind of set back towards the road a bit to allow light into the bedroom windows for the basement apartments. There's also a driveway gate that can be opened using a key or an electric buzzer from the inside of the cottage. The lower apartment was rented by 4 college-age young men, while the upper apartment was rented by Meredith, Amanda Knox, Laura Mazzetti, and Filomena Romanelli.
Fuck yeah. A lot of banging going on in that cottage.
Filomena Romanelli.
I didn't
Right
even
up your alley, Mafia Mike, huh?
I think that's Mafia Mike's
Sister?
niece.
Niece.
Yeah.
Got it.
I didn't include the names of the 4 college guys because they were some really long Italian
You don't
names.
want to pronounce those.
Did not want to pronounce any of them.
You get some of my garlic bread. There was probably a lot of garlic bread being passed around. A lot of sausage. That's got to be the dream if you're those guys, right? And like that, there's 4 chicks living right up above you.
Oh, of course.
And they all hung out together and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
They had they had mixers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Is it too early to say that the 3 girls were there first and Amanda Knox was the latecomer and maybe...
But first of all, there's nothing wrong with being a latecomer. It's actually pretty good in most circles.
No, we can say that. She was the last one.
The
to move in.
newcomer.
She was the newbie. There.
Is that better? Newcomer?
I mean, there was nothing wrong with the way you said it the first time. I just perversed it up a little bit.
So, just throwing it out there that maybe those other 3 girls had a relationship already and she was de facto the odd one out when she got there, right?
And she was the American, right?
That's fair.
Maybe there's a little stereotype that comes with the American.
Yeah, you're a dumb hillbilly.
Dude, just because I watch NASCAR and wrestling doesn't mean you have to look me in the eye and call me a dumb hillbilly. I'm just trying to make a point about this fucking story here.
I do it all the time. I don't know why today's any different.
Pal, you've been watching as much NASCAR as me this year, and I am damn proud of it.
That's true.
You also watch WrestleMania. It's been a good 2024 for Dave Namapod and his white trashism.
I think there's definitely something to be said for the American stereotype as we get into the later parts of this story.
She lived up to it also in some ways, which we'll get into here in a little bit. The stereotype she lived up to. I'm not saying every American is that way. Some of you are all right.
There's some areas in the world where people don't love to see Americans.
Yeah, outside the United States. I've been around the world, pal. I get it. It's okay. We've accepted that. You just look them in the eye and say, hey, beat us in a war. We'll stop coming over here. See, we're living up to the stereotype now as well.
Yeah, that beat us in a war comment.
Hey, you go to France, you're like, you'd be speaking fucking German if it wasn't for me, motherfucker.
You're welcome. We are the stereotype. What are those shirts everyone wears back-to-back World War champs? It's like, fucking Christ. Never mind all the lives that were lost. We're just making a joke out of it.
So the latch on the front door of the top apartment was broken. And later on, Filomena would say that they always locked their doors, even when they were home, because the latch being broken would cause the door just to open on its own. Finally, the cottage had a terrace, which was accessed from a corridor that led to Meredith and Amanda Knox's bedrooms. The terrace was not very secure. You could easily climb a trellis that was on the side of the cottage to gain access. On October 31st, 2007, there was a Halloween party that Meredith attended. There's a picture of her with all of her friends. She's dressed up like a vampire.
I saw it. Very cute girl.
Yeah, it was in the documentary, the YouTube one.
Yeah.
Stayed out late, drinking.
That's what happens normally. Sure.
We'll talk about some CCTV footage later on.
Okay.
From this night, stuff like that.
Average behavior of your normal 20-year-old girl living abroad.
Yeah.
21.
20-ish.
Right?
21?
Wasn't she 21 and Amanda was 20? Maybe I'm mixing that up. I don't know. I was 21 at this time, and I specifically remember what I was doing on this night. Yes.
What were you doing?
Dressed as pro wrestler Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy! 4 people are going to get that.
That is so surprising.
There's a lot of photos out there from that college night. I bleached my hair blonde.
Oh, you actually bleached?
Oh, yeah. I looked straight like Slim Shady. Like I was. I'll show you guys the photo if I can find it. But, you know, I just had I banged a lot of other dudes' girlfriends that night. They loved the bleach blonde hair. Yeah.
Oofa. Uh-huh.
On Thursday, November 1st, 2007, Meredith woke up to a quiet house. She slept in because, all the drinking the night before. Her roommates, Laura and Philomena, were away for All Saints' Day.
It's a holy day of obligation for those in the Catholic faith.
There's like
If you were
festivals
wondering,
and stuff.
sure. Yeah, praise Jesus that day. And every saint. It's not some saints' day. It's all saints' day. So you have to praise every saint.
Every fucking one of them.
All of them.
They bukkake all over your face.
Isn't there a thing where like they can't decay or something?
To become a saint? Yeah, it's got
like some real creepy shit.
Yeah, like their body doesn't decay in the ground, or they've done a miracle. There's specific criteria of who can become a saint.
But then like they'll kayfabe it, right? Like to make sure like, oh, well, that's a saint, but you can't see their body because it's in this tomb, but rest assured it doesn't decay.
They do not decay. They're not just bones and hair in here and long fingernails.
So don't even talk about that.
Yeah, they have to have performed a miracle. There's all kinds of wacky shit. Yeah. I'm not going to be super Catholic today, and I don't know, but yeah. It's wacky.
Well, everybody was out of town for it.
Well, sure.
The only people in the cottage was Amanda Knox and her boyfriend, Raphael. What was it?
Solecito?
Solecito! My cousin Tony's kid.
And her boyfriend, Raphael Solecito.
You got it. You get the sausage. You're okay.
So Raphael, was he named after a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
I sure hope so.
You think that's where they got his name from?
Of course. Where else would it come
Where all
from?
Italians got that name. All those great artists were named after the Ninja Turtles.
I am so gonna enjoy this.
Is that Raphael?
That's Raphael.
Oh,
What
boy.
is that from?
Oh, one of the cartoons? That's got to be the cartoon.
It's probably some random dude.
No, it's clips. It's clips from the PS2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'd like to introduce a new character to the show today. Raphael, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Dude, I loved the Ninja Turtles as a kid.
Who didn't?
If it wasn't pro wrestling, it was Ninja Turtles for me.
Ninja Turtles
And
was sweet.
those creepy fucking live action movies they made back then.
Yeah. The second one's real good.
Fucking Corey Feldman was in it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was in the first. Was he in all of them or just the first one?
He's the voice of Donatello.
That's right, because it was actors playing like in the gimmicks, but then they had different voices.
Don't remember or don't forget this show. No bad Corey Feldman movies.
That's two that I would put on the list as good ones.
Oh, those are good movies. You fucking kidding me? I dare someone to tell me those first two Ninja Turtles were bad.
I saw something on TikTok that said like that the second one is considered a really terrible movie. And the person that was doing the video was like, I love this movie.
Yeah. You're a fucking moron. Whoever said. People think movie 43 is bad. Like, society sucks. Okay? They wouldn't know good taste if it fucking ripped out their tongue, put in a good tongue, and then they tried something else. They still wouldn't know good taste.
That's true.
Amanda and Raphael were eating food when Meredith came out of her bedroom. The three of them talked for a bit, and then Meredith got in the shower. Meredith put a load of laundry in the washing machine and then left to go hang out with friends. Together, Meredith and her friends ate for real pizza,
Not Pizza Hut, American Pizza.
Oh!
Well, the Mutant Ninja Turtles love pizza.
They did.
Cowabunga, dude. Shout out.
Dave's references to Ninja Turtles are like if you typed into AI, tell me about Ninja Turtles. Pizza, Cowabunga, dude, skateboards, Raphael, a rat.
Time to slice and dice.
AI, tell me about Ninja Turtles. Pizza! Cowabunga, dude!
And Meredith watched some movies with those friends. Meredith left to go back to her cottage around 8 p.m. Before leaving, she made plans to meet her friends for class the following day at 10 a.m. 2 hours later, so that would have been 10 p.m. on November 1st, Elizabeth Elena, who lived a mile away from Meredith's cottage, received a prank call claiming that there was a bomb in her toilet. She called the postal police, and they came out, did a thorough search of the house and the rest of the property, including the garden. They didn't find any evidence of a real bomb or anyone hanging around outside Elizabeth's home.
I'm not sure how to think about this. I'm going to put this in my pocket for later.
It's a weird detail.
Very odd detail.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, Elizabeth was out working in her garden when she heard a cell phone ringing in one of her rose bushes. She thought the phone probably belonged to one of the postal police from the night before, so she drove the phone to the closest station. Police looked at the SIM card and found the phone was registered to Philomena. However, Philomena didn't use that phone anymore. She had given it to Meredith.
Okay, that's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
So bomb threat the night before.
Police searched the garden, nothing there.
They searched, nothing there. That was at 10 p.m. the prior night. She's at their garden the next morning, finds a cell phone of her friends who was there the night before.
Mark that as number one of all the fucking evidence we're about to stack up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And even next week is more evidence. This is the most evidence I think I've ever gone over in a story we've done. Maybe even more than John Bonet.
I think so.
Like we said, Philomena was out of town for All Saints Day. And around 12:10 p.m., Amanda Knox called her to let Philomena know that someone had broken into their cottage, or at least she thought they had at that point. Amanda told Philomena that she had spent the night at her boyfriend Raphael's house, and when she got home to the cottage around 11 a.m., the front door was slightly open, even though no one was home. Amanda chalked it up to an accident, so she hopped in the shower. Before Amanda got in the shower, she saw some drops of blood in the sink and on the faucet. Again, she chalked this up to somebody maybe cut themselves, something like that, and didn't clean it well. It sounded like a messy cottage. I brought it up before, the cat hair that was mixed in with the evidence and stuff. So I guess it doesn't seem unreasonable to think that somebody could just leave behind, not clean the sink after themselves.
Did they had pet cats, or was it just like cats would just roam through, like it was just acceptable that like...
I'm not entirely clear on it. And I know next week we're going to talk about some blood that was found in the guys downstairs, their apartment, and that turned out to be cat blood. It wasn't even human blood, so I don't even know what's going on down there.
Maybe they had the cat?
Maybe. I don't know.
Weird. Unclean, though.
Yeah. Ugh.
Definitely. Like we talked about earlier, she's letting her cat walk on the counter on her food. That's not clean.
No, that's not. That's gross.
No, I'll get takeout. Thank you. Oh, you made garden salad and some chili? No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm gonna get Domino's. Thank you. I'll get Domino's.
Domino's.
Well, wouldn't you?
It's cleaner than that.
Is it? Well,
presumably.
Hey, if I don't see it,
in my mind,
it doesn't count.
In my mind,
if I don't see it, it doesn't count.
After showering, Amanda got out, and as she was drying off, she noticed a bloody footprint on the bath mat outside the shower. Then she looked over to the toilet, and someone had forgotten to flush.
There's shit in the bowl.
You can't. Sounds like
you can't have that.
There's video of it in the documentary. It's not great.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. How hard is it to fucking flush a toilet? I sure hope there was toilet paper in there as well.
They have toilet paper in Italy? I think so.
Yeah, it looked like it at least.
I had to pay for a public toilet when I was in Italy.
Really?
How much that cost?
50 cents maybe. I was in like downtown Naples.
I would go broke.
You had to walk down the stairs and you pay and then they give you...
They make you exercise to urinate?
It's different. It's different.
Fuck it. I'd wear Depends. See, Here, we just straight up tell you to your face, you're paying taxes. We're getting your money. Over there, they fucking get it behind your back.
Try to hide it.
Yeah. Oh, you need to use the facilities? That'll be 50 cents. Okay. All right, Italy. I'm on to you. At least Uncle Sam looks you in the face when he robs you.
England, too. We're in the park and you have to...
See, I don't remember that.
20 cents in the park to go into the bathroom and stuff. Yeah. But if you're in the city, any pub, like you just go to the bathroom.
Well, of course.
They don't care.
Yeah. It's the big troughs in the pub. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
So like Metro Parks type shit, like you would have to pay to go to.
Yeah, it's like 20 pence. It's not.
In all fairness,
scan
though,
your
like
card going in. Yeah.
20 pence as opposed for like a clean facility as opposed to like a porta potty. That's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
So we're talking. You're talking like clean bathrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll take care of it.
Sure, absolutely.
I'll pay 50
We're
cents
shitting on
for
it,
that.
but it's definitely worth it compared to what we give people.
You just tap your Apple Watch while you're walking in. Like everything's so easy over there.
Well, here you use it for free, but then you leave with AIDS.
And that's a problem. Sure. Did you really get AIDS from a public bathroom in the United States of America?
Not I, but
Oh, you've heard stories.
I've heard stories. Plenty of friends, Dave. It's all over. It's talked about widely. Everyone's talking about it.
Philomena asked Amanda where Meredith was, and Amanda told her that she didn't know. No one was home. They got off the phone, and Philomena tried to call both of Meredith's phones. The Italian one that Philomena had given her and the British one Meredith used to stay in touch with her family. Both went to voicemail, so Philomena called Amanda back. This was about 10 minutes after their first call. Amanda told Philomena that she was on her way back to Raphael's place and they were going to go back to the cottage together. Philomena waited another 10 minutes or so before calling Amanda back for an update on the cottage. Amanda told her that upon further inspection, she found that Philomena's room had been ransacked and her bedroom window had been smashed. Amanda also told her that Meredith's room was locked and it didn't sound like she was in there. Philomena had a bad feeling about Meredith, so when she got off the phone, Philomena, her boyfriend, and another male friend of her boyfriend's drove back towards the cottage. Around the same time that Amanda called Philomena the first time, so that was between 12 p.m. and 12:10 p.m., Elisabetta, the lady that with the garden, she was back out in her garden when she found a second cell phone. Again, she thought that this was probably another postal police phone, so she drove it back to the nearest station.
So we've eliminated any possibility of coincidence at this point.
Yeah, because this is Meredith's British phone.
Yeah, there's no chance of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The postal police told Elizabeth not to worry about it. They already sent out a unit to return the first phone to Philomena, and they do the same thing with whoever's phone that this was.
I mean, is there any chance Meredith dropped it there the night before?
Two of them?
Two of
Both?
them?
Did she carry both with her, though? It seems like it'd be weird to take both phones out.
Does seem odd.
Yeah, like I think she would leave the British phone behind since that's like the one to contact family.
Yeah, you do this the next day.
Yeah.
Not when you're out partying.
Yeah. Seems unlikely.
Yeah. It's interesting that they'll take your phone back to you, the police.
They could just look it up and go, oh, that's his phone. We'll drive it over there. That's fantastic.
I feel like there's some privacy issues with that in Italy, with how they just are able to look at your phone like that.
Also true. In this case, we're like, yeah, that's good. We should follow up. But in every other term, it's like, oh, why the fuck are you looking through my phone?
Yeah, right.
At 12:35 p.m., postal police showed up at the cottage to find Amanda and Raphael standing outside. They told officers that the house was broken into and they couldn't get in contact with Meredith. 20 minutes later, Philomena and her boyfriend showed up. She looked in her room and confirmed to the police that nothing was stolen. Then attention turned to Meredith's locked door. There was no sound coming from the room, and there was a bit of a debate starting. Amanda said that Meredith locked her door all the time, but Philomena was adamant that Meredith never locked her door. The lock was a deadbolt that you can lock from the outside with a key, and that key is gone, never was found. There's laws in Italy about police opening doors without a warrant.
There's laws in this country too like that. They don't follow them all the time.
They'll come up with just the slightest reason, right?
Is that marijuana smoke I smell in the air? Let's kick that fucking door in.
Is that uncooked pizza I smell in there? Kick the door in. Smells like Steubenville in here.
It's an Ohio Valley hillbilly living in our town. We better get in there and see what's going on.
Probably a meth lab.
I feel like this could be considered a health issue, though, right?
What do you mean?
Like worried about why her door's locked?
Like a welfare check.
Yeah, like a welfare check type thing. Are they allowed to do that in the United States?
Yeah, I think it's probable cause when you see a window broken like that. That's enough to open the door.
But I mean, like, even like, because these girls didn't own the home, like somebody else did. So, like, at a hotel, if you're not answering and they can't get in, they'll just break in the door and they'll
Sure,
check on you.
absolutely.
How many fucking wrestlers have been found dead because of like welfare checks?
Yeah.
Where they just
A
break in
lot,
the door.
Mike,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Wrestling expert Dave. Yeah, he'll tell us all about him. This new and improved white trash version of Dave.
Wrestling is the devil's sport, and of course, they've all been sent to hell. A lot of them, anyway.
Goddamn, pal.
So there's this kind of debate going on about, the police don't have the authority to get in there. So Philomena's boyfriend kicked down the door. And they found Meredith's room completely ransacked and blood everywhere. And at that point, the postal police ordered everyone out of the cottage. This is the start of a crazy amount of law enforcement agencies starting investigations into the forensics and other aspects of this case. You have the local Perugia police, the Perugia Scientific Police, the postal police that we've been talking about, and the Rome Scientific Police. Even the Carabinieri got involved, which is the Italian military police.
I saw those guys when I was in Naples. They were doing like a parade. They had all these fancy uniforms and stuff.
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you yell their shit in the bowl?
I did not.
Been funny to see what they did.
I yelled, fuck the police. And they were, no.
I smell bacon.
I would not do any such thing in a foreign country. Absolutely not. No, nor in this country.
Well, that's not what you said initially.
The odd thing about the military police getting involved is Raphael called them himself. Once at 12:51 p.m. and again at 12:54 p.m.
Why?
after the postal police had been there.
weird.
It's very
It's a
weird.
weird thing to do.
I have
What's this
not.
guy doing?
I have not found an explanation for that yet.
Nope. There's audio that you can listen to it all.
Hopefully, maybe I can find one by next week, but I don't think one's out there really.
The audio?
No, like his reason
Reason,
Yeah,
sure.
for
sure.
this. Yeah. I mean, maybe somewhere in those Italian files. I don't know, but
And look, that's what's going to go back to kind of haunt him and Amanda, right? Like kind of this weird behavior is what's going to come back to bite them.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to pull the audio, but it's all in Italian. It wouldn't do us any good here.
Oh, garlic bread. Oh, shit in the bowl. Oh, yada, yada, yada. Italian. Oh.
Rigatoni, lasagna, the fettuccine.
See, they got it. Yeah, that's almost a direct
We
translation.
didn't have an interpreter. Declan never learned Italian, so
No, he didn't even learn English. But
he can't read or write.
He's
feral, more or less.
Caveman. Ugga mugga. All right, get out of here. It's your fucking little hard-on weenie.
Your little hard-on weenie.
Every time you go in there, he's fucking just fucking chimpanzee just jerking off in there. You gotta wear goggles.
At the end. Getting to the specifics of evidence that we've talked about so far. Aside from the blood, the first thing that the police noticed was a duvet cover on the floor with a foot sticking out from under it, which was the body of Meredith. All she was wearing was a sweatshirt that was pulled up to her chin. Next to her was a zip-up hoodie, bra, jeans, socks, and underwear. All of these items, including the Adidas shoes found nearby, were confirmed to be what Meredith was wearing the night before the murder when she left from hanging out with her friends. The bra had been cut off of Meredith, and one of the clasps was missing. That clasp was going to be
huge part
Yeah.
later. Mm-hmm. That's the smoking gun type part.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Really weird.
2 receipts were on the duvet cover that was on top of Meredith's body. So they had to have been put there or fallen there after the killer covered her.
Do we know what the receipts were?
No, I'm not.
But just
aware of
weird
what
that there were 2 receipts on top of her. Like
yeah.
they wouldn't have just been attached to the blanket or the towel over her.
Like the way they were placed there, it was either like just thrown down or accidentally. Meredith's body was laying on top of a pillow, a sock, and a towel, with another towel and fitted bed sheet found next to her body under the duvet. The clothing that we just talked about, aside from the sweatshirt she was wearing, were not under the duvet. The bed sheet had also been removed from the bed, and that was never found.
It's a couple things never found so far. Well, let's take an inventory here.
An open brown purse was on the bed, and a second purse, this one was white, was on the floor. Both purses belonged to Meredith, and both had been gone through. Weird detail, the brown purse had a sock wrapped around the handle. I don't know what that's about. Meredith's friends confirmed that she had the white purse with her that the last time she was seen when they were hanging out. Her wallet, keys, and cell phones were missing from her purse. We know the cell phones were found, but the wallet and keys never were. Also on the mattress was a second sock, a notebook, a book, and a towel with bloodstains on it. Meredith's nightstand lamp was found under the bed at the head, and Amanda Knox's lamp, the only one in the room that worked, was oddly found in Meredith's room. It was partially under the bed at the foot, suggesting someone was searching for something under Meredith's bed after the assault. And the last thing was an empty container of Vaseline found on Meredith's desk.
So like Meredith's lamp didn't work. So after they did this, someone ran to Amanda's room, got her a lamp to look for something to light up the room. Was that the implication here?
I think it's probably one of the theories.
It's another really odd detail.
A lot of this is just random weird stuff.
And that's what I mean when I was like going through this. I'm like, I feel like I'm just going to bullet point just weird details because it's so much evidence and none of it really makes.
Bloody clothes on her, bloody clothes off her under the duvet, bloody clothes on the bed, or like bloody towels, whatever. Like it's not hidden.
And everything is a mess. I think that really complicates things too.
Because it seems like the way the apartment was kept.
Right.
They were just all kind of messy, and it was a sloppy apartment.
Somebody was messy. If everyone was messy.
Yeah, but the room was also messy, right?
When they found it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it was consistent with the rest of the apartment. So you might not necessarily know that her room was trashed.
Is that right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure we can tell that.
Maybe.
You know what you're saying?
I mean, if there's cat hair all over the apartment, that leads me to think that there's just hair all over. Like maybe it just wasn't. I understand she might not be the messiest of ones in the apartment.
No.
It just seems like maybe it wasn't the cleanest of apartments to begin with. I don't know if
It's
they
just
I don't even know
college,
if that means anything though.
No, I think it just confuses the forensics or makes it more.
I think that's what I meant. Like it just makes it more like, well, what was already messed up? Was that sweatshirt already on the ground over there?
Right.
Was it?
Sure.
The autopsy was done around midnight, the night that Meredith's body was found. Of the 62 wounds noted, 38 involved the head and neck area. There were at least 39 bruises, 21 on the neck and face, and at least 12 on the rest of her body. Some bruising on the neck and thighs were like fingertips, like someone was grabbing her. And she had bruising and other injuries that suggested that she had been sexually assaulted. This was a real struggle of a crime. There was significant bruising on her nose, lips, gums, cheek, her jaw, neck, elbows, right forearm, right hand, lower abdomen, both thighs, her right shin, and the back and top of her head. It was a brutal fight, whatever happened.
Yeah,
here.
was the prosecutor or somebody in that documentary said it is physically impossible that this was only one person attacking her to make all these wounds.
Yeah.
Not possible.
Because I said it was like someone was holding her arms almost behind her back.
Yeah.
And she was trained in like karate too. I saw on I think it was the YouTube one we watched.
Some sort of martial
like
arts.
she would have been able to fight back a little bit had it been one person.
And I think that's one of the issues too, is she doesn't really have, we're getting ahead a little bit, but under her fingernails, there's no defensive.
Or defensive wounds.
Right. There's nothing like that suggesting.
Like the skin samples you'd see under someone scratching or fighting back. Or
Right.
the defensive wounds, sure.
Or like we've talked about, people get stabbed in their hand and
Exactly.
stuff. There were 12 cuts on Meredith's body. There were 4 very minor cuts on her hands and 8 cuts on her neck and face, including 2 life-ending knife wounds to her neck. The cuts on her face are kind of weird. They're small ones to her chin that police surmised were from the killer or killers taunting her. The life-ending injuries on Meredith's neck were a long and gaping wound on the left side and a narrow and deep wound on the right side. The significantly different sizes of these wounds suggested that 2 different knives were used in the murder. 2 knives would lead you to further believe that there was more than one person involved in this.
Well, yeah.
And there was another detail fueling this theory, was her zip-up hoodie. The sleeves on this hoodie were pulled inside out, like someone was holding Meredith from behind and she slipped out of that hoodie. The bruising on her knees and elbows suggested that someone had been holding her from behind as well, like had her down on her knees, stuff like that.
It seems to me, based on what I've seen, to more than one person.
Yeah.
It has to be, because if that's true that she slipped out of her zip-up hoodie like that, you'd think she would get at least to the other side of the room to get away. You'd have a little bit of a jump if it was just one person. If it was one person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me think that somebody who was standing in front of her was able to stop her from even getting anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll expand on this next week too. There's a lot of blood evidence and there's multiple doctors that have different opinions on all this forensic stuff. But for now, we're going to focus on Philomena's bedroom. Remember we said that her bedroom window had been smashed with a rock and Philomena's room had been ransacked. Just nothing was stolen. Investigators knew something was off right away because all of the glass was on top of the clothing, her laptop that had been moved, things like that, meaning that the window had been broken after Philomena's room had been ransacked. It looked like a staged break-in. A 9-pound rock was found underneath Philomena's computer desk, which it would have presumably broken the window. The problem is that Philomena's room is on the 2nd floor. No one is throwing a rock that high and with that much force to shatter the window and travel across the room under her desk. Furthermore, Philomena's windows had wooden shutters that she said she knew for 100% she closed before she left. They were found halfway open and in perfect condition.
So very much staged.
Yeah, if you look at the video that the police shot, it doesn't even look like that rock could go through that window. It's like a very narrow, skinny window. It doesn't fit.
No one's getting a rock, a 10-pound rock, and throwing it up like
the
that.
The scene doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
I heard that before.
I can't place that one. I don't know. I think you guys are misremembering.
Look out.
The ground was kind of wet and muddy, and there was no evidence of someone being on the ground outside that window. There weren't any shoe marks on the wall or anything like that. There was a nail in that wall that could have theoretically been used to climb on. And I mean, that's what you would think somebody would grab that nail if they were going to do that, which would have bent it, but the nail was just, perfectly intact.
What if it was a dainty boy like Mike? He wouldn't bend the nail. He'd just climb right up there.
Probably. I'm very light on my feet. I'm like Spider-Man. You just climb right up there as an avid rock climber and outdoorsman.
No nail bent.
The bottom of the window had glass still sticking up. And for me, this is the biggest one. That's like, okay, this is definitely staged, because if you were going to climb through the window, you'd want to get all that glass out of the way beforehand. And it was really jagged glass at the bottom of the window.
If you're throwing a rock through there, you're going to clean out the rest of the shards before you climb through.
Yeah.
Even fucking John Bonet's dad would do that, right? He broke out his fucking windows.
Yeah, he's not just reaching his hand through glass.
No, he's not a moron.
So nobody broke in by throwing a rock through this window and climbing in. That did not happen.
There were so many other easier ways to enter this home, which we've discussed earlier.
That didn't
like
happen.
you didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
That's an after the fact cleanup.
They didn't lock their fucking front door because it was broke, right?
That too.
Just walk in the front door.
This suggests to me that whoever did this wanted to make it look like it was a random person who would be unaware that the front door was usually unlocked and would have resorted to these other means to gain entry to the house.
Her bedroom window was also facing the road, and there were street lights, so it doesn't like that wouldn't be the window you're going to use if you're going to try and break into the house.
Didn't we also? Wasn't there a terrace outside the window?
Not this window, but there was
A different one.
Yeah,
So you could have just came in that window
yeah. There was a trellis that you could just climb up
right in,
easily.
as opposed to breaking a window.
Right where all the lights are.
Yeah, right.
Moving to the doors, there were no signs of tampering with the front door from the outside. And there were also no signs of tampering with the French doors leading to the terrace, which would have been the easiest way to get in, like we just said. Due to there being no signs of forced entry, this was a situation where Meredith knew the killer and let them in, or the killer had a key.
I had just made mention, though, that like the front door I thought didn't lock properly.
They had a latch that they always kept on it.
Like a gimmick thing on the backside.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had like some type of it was, when I read it was described as a latch that if you didn't have that on, the door would just swing open.
Okay.
Like not a normal lock situation.
Wonder how annoying that would be. Like if like you were home and you did that and like I'm trying to get in, but like you can't have a key for that latch, right? Like it's almost like the chain on a hotel room door. Like you can't get in.
Sure. Yeah.
I got to be like, hey, fucko, wake up, let me in.
Course.
I got real Italian pizza here. It's actually cooked. I want to eat it while it's hot.
Like something's wrong here. Can't get in my house.
Exactly. That's actual audio of me in Italy trying to get in my house.
Everyone in Meredith's social circle had airtight alibis for the most part. You know, they were out of town. People could account for them. Everyone except for Amanda Knox.
Who?
Never heard of him.
Amanda Knox was born on July 9th, 1987 in Seattle, Washington. She had a normal childhood for the most part. Her parents got divorced when she was 1, but they made sure that they stayed in the same neighborhood to raise their kids, so it was a positive childhood. She described herself as outgoing, quirky, and somewhat naive, and sometimes felt like out of place among her peers. Like she was immature, is the way she described herself. She participated in musical theater and played soccer. She got the nickname Foxy Knoxy, which will be talked about next week.
I forgot about that until I read your notes, because in the YouTube one, I don't think they mentioned that.
No.
The YouTube documentary, which we'll have to plug. What was that? The saga?
I can't remember.
The Amanda Knox saga or something. If you search Amanda Knox saga, it's the first thing that comes up on YouTube. But that and the Netflix one called just Amanda Knox, right? Are the two we watched for this.
That's the one with the gross cat walking on the counter.
Exactly, it is. But I had not watched the Netflix one in a few years, and then until I read your notes, I was like, oh, Foxy Knoxy, that's right.
Yeah. And that the British journalist in there that was responsible for writing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
That guy seemed super proud of himself in that documentary.
He was very patting himself on the
Yeah,
back.
I'm like, dude, you're a piece of shit. You were just writing nonsense.
Not a lot of nonsense.
It was like tabloid type stuff, right?
Yeah, he's
like,
the Foxy Knoxy dude.
Just that, and yeah. It's very much
Like, you should be
Top
embarrassed to be on
Mom-esque,
here
right? Top Mom-esque. Just trying to grab
Very.
headlines. I'm not comparing the stories. I'm comparing the journalistic integrity
I understand.
that was maybe displayed.
That's what you're going for there. Well, Foxy Knoxy's a Jimi Hendrix song, right? Foxy Knoxy.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. He's a Hall of Famer. So, and we would know because Cleveland's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame capital of the world. So anyone who disputes us is an idiot, and we're right. Foxy Knoxy.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Can't dispute us.
You can't.
We know.
Underestimate us at your own peril.
After graduating from Seattle Preparatory High School in 2005, Amanda enrolled at the University of Washington to study linguistics. She was determined to kind of step out of her comfort zone and mature and explore. Amanda saw Italy as the perfect place to explore history, art, and culture. To pay for her study abroad, Amanda worked 3 jobs, saving nearly $8,000. With her parents' support, she got everything for her trip. And then in late September 2007, at 20 years old, Amanda moved to Perugia.
She worked hard to make this trip possible.
She did. Now she's leaving on a jet plane. She don't know when she'll be back again. You know, that whole linguistics, I often think that if I had to go back and like redo like something to do with myself, linguistics is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like I might choose to study linguistics.
I mean, I get it. It is. But like, Dave, I mean, I'll teach you how to make linguine. It's not hard.
I thought we were getting into a for real question.
Of course not.
Because I was about to be like, if I could redo it again, I'd just try to be a professional wrestler. He's talking about learning linguistics.
And I'm just teaching him pasta.
You're going to be a pasta teacher. He's going to be a professional wrestler. So
Yeah.
Great,
My
great
pasta
guys.
teaching is step 1, open the SpaghettiOs can. Step 2, get a spoon.
I just find the history of languages and whatnot
You could still do
pretty
some
fascinating.
It's interesting. I agree. It's interesting.
It's neat.
And I think there's something to be said. I'll say this early on. She busted her ass, from what we know, and worked hard to make this trip possible.
Absolutely.
To go overseas
Very
and to
true.
start studying. I'll leave it at that.
I will add to that what we're going to talk about as we go through this episode would seem very out of character for this person to have done.
I think that's what makes this case so
yeah.
hard.
It'd be very odd. Doesn't really make sense.
No, and I think that, yeah, that goes back to just she was trying to live out her dream
It's just,
and worked hard to make it happen. And
Doesn't
was just kind of
fit.
trying to find herself.
yeah,
And then this all happens.
it doesn't fit. But
And
we'll see.
We'll talk it through. We do this all the time. You know, I'm going to change my mind 4 more times before the show ends. That's why I like this. You know, we'll work it out. But I agree. Like this, she had like you said, is not in character and a lot to lose. And she really was trying to. It seemed like when she went over there, she was trying to live out her dream and make this work.
Yes. Agree.
We talked about it earlier. Amanda was the last one to move in to the cottage. And initially things seemed good. Meredith introduced Amanda to her friends and showed her around town. After living together for a while, Meredith started confiding in people that she wasn't really a fan of some of Amanda's living habits. Amanda was super messy, forgot to flush the toilet a lot, and didn't do her share of cleaning the house.
Who's providing this account? Meredith's friends later on?
Yes.
Okay.
Like trial information.
Got it.
But you guys said you saw a video of like her not flushing the toilet, right? I don't remember that from that documentary.
Well, in the crime scene, there's some duty in the toilet.
There's shit
It's
in
not
the bowl.
clear.
There's shit in the bowl.
as one would say. It's not clear it's hers, though.
No, but
You mean they
there
didn't
is shit
test
in the
that poop?
bowl.
They didn't test that poop?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
They tested everything else in that fucking house. They didn't test the poop. Like, oh no, that's nasty. Flush that.
Aside from being super messy, Amanda had also left sex toys and condoms out in full view, which made Meredith uncomfortable. Italy's super conservative regarding sex, which I never really thought about it until this episode.
It's like a cultural thing, though,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I guess is that because of
It's very religious. Sure.
yeah, like
Sure.
the Catholic religion and stuff.
yeah, nobody's right, nobody's wrong there. It's just, you know,
Culture shock.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see condoms, but
like
she's really leaving sex toys out.
Well, but like, what does that mean? Are they on her bed and the door's open?
Yeah,
Is she leaving them in the middle of the
define
dining room
out.
table?
Like, is she sticking double-headed dildos on the kitchen table? Come on.
I don't think that's happening.
But I understand.
She got a
maybe
Sibian she's riding in the living room.
No, it's just a bass speaker, Dave, and Howard Stern's going.
Is there a fleshlight that Raphael's, banging in the dining room?
Oh, let's try that again.
Oh man. What the fuck was that? You're disrespectful.
It's Raphael clip.
You just came in April O'Neil. One more time. It's the most poweringest cum he's ever had.
What's that from? Some random PlayStation game?
It's the
That's a violation. I don't think that's officially licensed.
It's the Mutant Ninja Turtles PS2 game. That's where I got the clips.
I think you found the same goofy.
'cause they were really
the goofy
funny.
YouTube page. That's not. I think you tried your best, Dave. I'm not sure you found actual Ninja Turtles footage. It was the best and most poweringest cum I ever felt. See? Why did it sound like it hurt him? That orgasm.
That
He
probably
was
is him getting hurt.
It's
in the
him
game.
fighting.
Yes, I know. I'm just going with the gimmick here.
It's so loud.
It really is. It's a painful orgasm. Sometimes it happens. Maybe she was a little teethy.
That could be, Mike. That could be.
In the first few weeks of living in Italy, Amanda had gone on a couple dates before she met Raphael.
Did she fuck on those dates? Any idea? Yes, no, yes, no. Is she so promiscuous? She has condoms everywhere.
I think everybody was kind of doing a little bit of that kind of stuff.
A lot of fucking.
But then why would
I don't know about Meredith.
be
I know
so appalled then by like the sex toys and the condoms if everyone was kind of.
I don't know if Meredith was doing that. I know Philomena was hooking up with the guys downstairs, stuff like that. But yes, I believe Amanda hooked up with some people in that time frame. 1 week before Meredith's murder, Amanda was attending a concert at the university when she made eye contact with Raphael. Afterwards, he found Amanda and started a conversation. The two of them hit it off. And part of that, too, was because Raphael could speak broken English, so it was easy to talk to.
I am so gonna enjoy this. Oh, the old turtle luck's running true to form.
The old what?
Oh, the old turtle luck's running true to form.
So
Okay.
Turtle luck, of course.
Did you ever have painful orgasm?
Painful?
Yeah. Like, can you relate to that? I'm trying to think if I could.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
no,
I'm good.
I can't remember that.
It's painful for them, not for me.
Sounds like it.
No, I mean who I'm shooting in or blowing on or beating
Shooting
at the time.
who I'm shooting in.
Yeah. But you never know which hole. I'm giving you the meat sauce. Let's see. Now we're getting more realistic at least. It's not from a fucking video game. What game is that? That's going to become the most best-selling game now.
The PlayStation 2 Ninja Turtles.
It said it was PlayStation 2 Raphael clips.
I think you've been had again, pal. It's like Why do you always find orgasm clips? Like, that doesn't exist in real society. See?
It's like Peter Curtin.
Dave's paying some guy who lives in Mississippi in his basement to make these clips. Guy's jerking off as he does it. My face hurts.
I can't reset. I laughed too hard. Police didn't have a reason to outwardly suspect that Amanda was responsible for Meredith's murder, but they did find some of her behavior suspicious. Pretty quick after Meredith's body was found, a crowd started to gather and news crews showed up. This is like a rare occurrence for, I think it would be like the same thing around here if somebody was murdered.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Low crime out in the countryside, sure.
While everyone was seen upset around the crime scene, Amanda and Raphael were hugging and kissing. They looked super calm and not acting, I guess, how you would imagine.
Finding your roommate dead?
Yeah. This continued into the waiting to speak to investigators. While everyone else was somber and distraught, Amanda and Raphael were laughing, kissing, and making faces at each other. Multiple times Amanda said that she was tired, but then was randomly doing cartwheels and yoga poses. Also, at times, people close to Meredith felt that Amanda was almost acting proud of the scene that she had found.
To me, she seems like an odd duck, Amanda.
There are people that are just...
She's on the spectrum, I believe. Like Asperger's or something. Like something's off about her. Something's a little off about her, in my opinion.
So if you're put in a really stressful situation, you might respond different, you know.
I think different people respond different ways in situations like this, but like everyone's seen the video, like everyone in the whole world has seen the video, but like the girl you lived with has just been found murdered in your house and she's just out there kissing her boyfriend. It's weird. I find it weird. Maybe I'm off. I find it weird. And cartwheels and yoga, like it's just odd.
Is there in the Netflix documentary, I can't remember, video of her doing the cartwheels and yoga?
No.
The only video I remember is her and Raphael hugging and like kissing.
Yeah.
And I did not find it very hot.
No?
Like it wasn't what I would call normal, but it could have been comforting. It could have been a comforting situation.
Yeah.
It wasn't my way of comforting, but I didn't see it that as very odd.
It seems odd to me. Something's off.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I don't know. Like hugging someone and they're upset and stuff. Sure. She doesn't look upset. There's like, oh, smoochy, smoochy, boochie, boochie.
It's a lot of kisses real fast.
Yeah, it's
too.
weird.
It is.
Yeah, fit the scene.
Yeah, but I didn't
kinda
see
kissing
it as
her a little
like
weird.
Like smoochy. It was just they were kissing. I don't know. He's also a guy. Maybe he was just like, sympathy sex. Like he could have just been half chubbed at the time.
I don't know. I hope not.
Oh, let's try that again.
I don't know. But maybe they didn't like her. Like there's, we're hinting here that they didn't get along. Is it hard to show sympathy for your roommate when you didn't like her? This is an odd way to behave in my book.
It very much is, but everything they do from the time that this investigation started until the court starts is odd.
Yeah,
which
it's all
does not
weird.
help their case
Not
at all.
Very strange.
This is
Very
one
strange.
I put a little lower on the poll, though, because I watched the video and I was like, I don't know. It's not how I would act, but I don't see that out of place. Like completely out of place that I'd be like, whoa, look at those two.
Fair enough. I understand. You're like,
Yeah, it's like real fast.
Yeah, it's fast
Kisses.
kissing.
I
but-
find it very strange.
It's not like just like one kiss and then just like
Yeah.
her like holding her head on his shoulder or
Right.
something.
Let me ask you this. Why do you guys hate love?
As Joy Division famously said, Mike, love will tear us apart.
Oh, yeah.
You think these two still talk nowadays?
Probably not.
Fuck no.
It wasn't love that tore them apart. It was the Italian justice system.
Is that what it was?
Well,
Yeah, they both could have been in prison together to this day.
could have been a real love story.
Before any of the long interrogations we'll talk about later on, Amanda told police that she had seen Meredith on the afternoon before her body was found. She said that her and Raphael were out in the living room eating and smoking some weed when Meredith woke up from the Halloween party the night before. Meredith left the cottage around 4 p.m., and Amanda said that she seemed completely normal, nothing out of character. About an hour later, Amanda said that her and Raphael walked back to his apartment, which was a 10-minute walk from the cottage. Amanda worked at a bar called Le Chic, and she was scheduled to work later on that night. Her boss sent her a text saying that she didn't need to come in, so Amanda and Raphael stayed together for the rest of the night. That text is another thing we'll talk about next week that's very...
She had a different reply that she sent, which was questioned. We'll talk about that.
She said that they watched the French movie, Amélie, on Raphael's computer, read some Harry Potter, and then went to bed sometime after midnight.
This guy looked like Harry Potter, right? When she met him.
That YouTube documentary, when I watched it, I didn't catch in the beginning. They say that when they're talking about Amanda Knox, they say like Harry Potter is one of her favorite things. I didn't hear that. So when I was watching it, they like randomly cut in there like, oh, and Raphael looks like one of her favorite characters, Harry Potter. Like they just fucking buried this guy.
You texted us that. And then I watched the documentary and I was like, all right, well, they set it up early, like in the first 5 minutes. They're like, oh, she liked Harry Potter. And then I saw it and I was like, okay, it's a little random, but
I didn't catch the setup.
yeah, it makes sense. Had you not seen the beginning, that'd be the most fucking random thing in the world.
Right.
It's just like fucking like, oh, by the way, this dwarf looks like Harry Potter.
That's how I took it. I was cracking up.
He took out his wand and used his Patronus spell on her.
That's what a Patronus spell sounds like. I certainly don't want one. Sounds like a painful anal probe.
Depends who's at the other end of the spell, I guess.
So they were reading some Harry Potter, and then they went to bed sometime after midnight.
Well, that's just a perfectly innocent night.
Absolutely. No sex toys, no weed.
No magic Patronus wands.
That's it. Just wholesome Harry Potter and go to bed.
Well, wholesome to the extent of they're probably cooking with cats on the table.
Well, yeah. Do you think they were doing like role playing and stuff and like he was Harry and she's like, talk to me like I'm Hermione?
See, now we ruined their wholesome
Raphael.
night. See, it's not a wholesome night anymore. People who role play Harry Potter are probably also going to kill roommates. I'm just saying. It lines up. You might kill a roommate.
Harry. This is Hermione.
This is
Wait a minute, but it wasn't Harry that was eating Hermione's pussy. It was the ginger dude.
Well, yeah, sure.
So he's getting cucked by Harry,
She likes Harry though.
and he's getting cucked by Teddy Roosevelt.
There's a lot going on.
The next morning, Amanda said that they both slept in. She wanted to take a shower, but she wanted to do it at the cottage. So she walked back to her cottage, and that's when she found the door slightly open and all that stuff we talked about at the beginning. She walked back to Raphael's apartment, and then he went with Amanda back to the cottage. Raphael gave the same version of events, besides he said that his father had called him at home around 11 p.m. Police also interviewed people living in the immediate area, and an elderly woman named Nara Capozzali lived in an apartment near the cottage. She said that she woke up at 11 or 11:30 p.m. She was just assuming this time. She didn't actually look at the clock. She just said that she randomly wakes up every night at around 11.
Pee-pee time, probably.
Yeah. As she walked past her kitchen window, Nara said that she heard a scream coming from near the cottage. She said it was just a single scream and then nothing.
Like this?
Shortly afterward, she heard the sound of someone running on gravel and leaves up to the cottage's driveway. This was soon followed by the sound of someone running up the metal stairs from the parking lot across the street. At first, she only heard one person, but then she heard another person run up the driveway going the other way. The security camera from the parking lot was checked, but it only showed a blurry shadow around 8:41 p.m. There was no video during the time when the screams were heard. However, Nair's account is mainly what investigators used to decide on what time Meredith died.
Even though I usually wake up at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could be.
That's rough.
Yeah, it could be 10, could be 12.
Yeah, that's rough.
It's a really loose thing to base most of the time of death off of.
Extremely.
Especially when they could check the video and they're like, yeah, there was nothing at that time from when she said she heard people running on the gravel.
Police wanted to review cell phone records of people in Meredith's social circle. As far as I'm aware, they didn't just single out Amanda and Raphael at this time. Based on their usage, both Amanda and Raphael kept their phones on until really late at night, as you would assume somebody would do with their cell phone. However, on the night in question, their cell phones were inactive most of the night, and the activity on the cell phone stopped simultaneously.
Did people turn their phones off? What does that mean? Why would you?
No, I turn my phone on
off?
silent because I'm not trying to get those Chris Benoit texts in the middle of the night.
But
my phone's still on.
That's right, but this hints at like turning it off.
It's very weird.
Oh, they were turned off.
Why?
That's weirder than the kissing, in my opinion.
Oh, this is the weirdest part of this whole story.
Yeah.
They together just went inactive.
Simultaneous.
And they're the millennials age where you are always glued to that phone or have it with you or you use it for an alarm, whatever, email, checking in with family because you're overseas.
When do you ever turn your phone off?
That's old people stuff. That's shit that my mother-in-law does.
Sure.
Where she's like,
no one turns their phone off.
Yeah.
you'd like try to call her when she's driving somewhere. She's like, "Oh, I had my phone off." Why?
What are you talking about?
It'll interact with the engine and it'll turn the engine off, and then I can't drive. Yeah, that's very weird.
Is there some sort of weird data thing we're not considering here? Why?
But they didn't do it before, right? To the best that we know, this is the only time it happened.
Yeah, it's another red flag.
You would think you would hear, like, if they did that every night to save for data or whatever.
It would match. It would be a pattern.
This is added to the list of the change in stories, the kissing and hugging.
Yeah,
when you add it all up.
It's an anomaly. It's very odd.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Raphael's phone was inactive from 8:42 p.m. until 6:52 a.m. the next day, while Amanda's phone was quiet from 8:35 p.m. and didn't show activity until 12:07 p.m. the next day. That's when she tried to call Meredith to see whether or not she was in her locked room. This is the detail that I find the most, I don't know if I say damning, but this is the one that stands out to me the most. This makes no sense to me. The
phones, just in general.
Right. This
She
phone
didn't
activity
turn it on
is weird.
until she got back to the house and checked everything and then decided, I'm going to turn my phone on and call her when I've seen all the blood and whatever else in the house.
Right. After the couple blood spots, things like that.
Yeah.
And turning the phones off simultaneously is so weird.
Yeah.
Based on these inconsistencies and the behavior of Raphael and Amanda, police called Raphael back in for another round of questioning. And that's where we'll pick back up on part 2.
Spoiler alert, Amanda doesn't do herself any favors in part 2 with the questioning and her boss and all of that stuff.
It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff going on here.
Next week, we'll get into the interrogations. Like you said, her boss, a lot of forensic evidence. We'll get into specifics on blood, fingerprints.
The blood and fingerprint thing could be like a 2-part series in and of itself.
It's crazy.
The ridiculousness of it.
Yeah.
So we'll get into all that stuff next week. And then the trials. So there's what?
And
three-
trials and trials and trials.
Like 3 trials involved in this.
Yeah. 3 or 4, right?
I think 4 total with the 3 appeals.
Yeah.
Where I'm at on this right now is like what you guys said earlier. It's somebody on paper that would never be a part of something like this. You know, save up all that money, work super hard to get there, and then when you're there, be a part of something like this going on.
Doesn't make sense.
There's some weird stuff, especially this cell phone thing. I cannot figure out an explanation for this cell phone.
I agree.
Activity.
Final thoughts next week.
Yeah, we'll see where I land next week.
Good stuff. Good part 1. Dave, what do you got?
Thank you to new patrons. Amy at Embassy Suites. Oh, Mike, you like Embassy Suites, huh?
It's a good
Big
one.
fan.
Is she really at Embassy Suites, though, or is that just a fucking gimmick name to try to get in our pants?
Matt Egelhoff, Easily Amused 69, Colonial Captain Crunch, Rob Griffin, Sarah Ganeven, Swiss Miss, Sarah from Canada, William Fisher, Sharon Harris, Amanda Richardson, Aimless Anus, got to find a port, Allie, Ron Burcandy, Miss Cherries, Ming the Muffless, Laura.
That is true.
Our friend Ming.
Yeah.
Never got the muff.
He did not. That's why he had to do what he did.
Laura Kopp, Stephen Hutton, Cayman Cider,
Oh, see?
Michael Schrey, Kayla McDaniel, Marley Flower, Grundus Smundus, Hope Miller, Gregory Gonzalez, Jason Hudson, Ivy Lucia, Nick Bird, Sarah Shirley, Tomet 64, Brendan Slosser, Hyperhez 5, Dingleton Jr., Close Your Blinds, Save Me More Than Once. How about that?
That's a testament.
Good advice. Colonel Cumster of the Armored Vehicle Corps of the Seaman Fleet fighting against the vaginal veterans.
When did they wage war against the vaginal veterans?
What did they ever do to anybody?
Yeah.
Is that like MILFs, like older, like veterans?
I sure hope not.
Vaginal veterans?
Save them for me. I'll slay them.
Angelina Vasquez, Kat Randall, Moose, Discreet Coconut, Lucy Catroll, Bottom Feeder Butt Breath, Caved into the Sweet Caress of Paying for a Podcast, Ruby Tuesday Hall, Rebecca Cordish, Daria, Captain Sister Fister of the First Flying Fisting Fighters,
I don't. This has gotten out of hand.
Monty's Cook. I went to Chupamangaville and all I got was this lousy shirt. Chelsea Nadler, Deuce X Mac, Cody Carmichael, QLTech, Rumple Foreskin, Mike.
We've heard that before.
Josiah, Amber Stokes, TJ Beaner Schnitzel, Curtis Stokes, Jenna Stubbs, and Kelly B. That was a mouthful, patrons. Thank you, and welcome to Patreon.
Ian, what do you got?
I don't remember where we left off last time we recorded.
That could be a problem, no?
Yeah, so I'm just going to go for it. For iTunes, I have one for James West, VRV Upset Customer, TM Bartman, Brand V 2113, UCMX Tex Cowboy, William the Conqueror, J. Cornelius Fox, Vivi Smalls, and Egregious.
Dave, what do you got? You got more for us?
I got some international shout outs. I got the Suttons 05 from Canada, Vinny MW from Spain, and Becky D93 from Canada. Thank you for those international shout outs. And I also have some military shout outs.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I have Captain Daniel Cunningham, United States Air Force, and Jada is in the Washington Army National Guard. So thank you both for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at Necronomipod, patreon.com/Necronomipod, Amazon.com, search Necronomipod for all of our merch, and Necronomipod.com.
All right, you guys ready for a cool down beer?
Cheers.